This is not a religious talk. This is a mental health conversation happening on a battlefield 5,000 years ago. Let's talk. Before therapy rooms existed, before psychology had words for emotions, before words like depression, anxiety, or trauma, there was a battlefield and there was a human being who couldn't hold himself together anymore. The Bhagavad Gita doesn't begin with courage, it doesn't begin with victory, it begins with a nervous system in crisis. A warrior stands still, his hands tremble, his mouth dries, his body feels heavy, and for the first time he admits, I can't do this. That moment is not about war, it's about the human mind when life demands something big. Because anxiety doesn't appear randomly, it appears when something matters. If you have ever felt overwhelmed right before a big decision, if your chest has tightened before speaking your truth, if your mind has frozen when responsibility showed up, you are not weak, you are not broken, you are human. This series exists for one reason, to explore mental health through the lens of Bhagavad Gita, not as religion but as psychology, awareness, and emotional intelligence. In this space, we don't glorify sufferings, we don't suppress emotions, we observe them, just like Krishna did. Krishna never says, Arjuna, stop feeling anxious. He never says, be strong. He says, understand what is happening inside you. Because healing doesn't begin when emotions disappear. Healing begins when emotions are allowed to speak. Modern neuroscience now tells us what Gita showed us centuries ago. That fear is biological, anxiety is protective, and the mind reacts before it reasons. And that awareness is the bridge between panic and clarity. This series is for you if you overthink, if you feel deeply, if you carry responsibility quietly, and if you look functional on the outside but feel chaotic inside. Every episode we'll take one moment from the Gita and look at it through the nervous system, the emotional brain, the modern psychology, and the human life. Not to give you answers, but to give you clarity. Because clarity doesn't shout, it settles. This is Gita and mental health, where ancient wisdom meets modern psychology. Before we end today, I want you to notice something. You stayed, you listened, you gave yourself a few quiet minutes. That itself is an act of awareness. If something in today's video felt personal, if it felt like it described you, it's not coincidence, it's recognition. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to rush healing. You don't need to have it all figured out, just like Arjuna didn't. Growth doesn't begin when fear disappears. Growth begins when fear is understood. So take this with you. If your mind feels restless, you're not failing, you're processing. And if you feel anxious, you're not weak, you're standing near something important. We will continue with this conversation slowly, honestly, and without judgment in the next episode. Until then, be gentle with your mind. This isn't just the Gita, this is mental health understood through awareness.